When dealing with relations, it's important to make sure you're using the proper scale for your set of numbers. So the first thing you want to do is find the key coordinates. So if we've got 580, negative 3648, 25, negative 91, 38, 95, negative 10, negative 50, and 122, you want to look at the least and greatest x and y coordinates of the set of ordered pairs. When we're looking at our x's, the smallest one is negative 36 and the biggest one is positive 38. When we're looking at our y's, the smallest is negative 91 and the biggest is positive 95. From there, you can choose your scale. The x-axis should include values from about negative 40 to positive 40 to accommodate the least and greatest x coordinates. The y-axis should include values from about negative 100 to positive 100 to accommodate the least and greatest y coordinates. So you set it up so you have 100 and negative 100, negative 40 and positive 40. Using a scale of 1 on the x-axis is not appropriate because the numbers are too large and would require about 40 tick marks along the axis in the positive and negative directions. Right? It makes it really, really tiny. Same thing with the y-axis, right? Really, really tiny. A scale of 5 on the x-axis works, right? It allows you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, right? Spaces it out a little bit more, makes it a little bit easier to see, but it still doesn't work very well on the y-axis, right? They're still very, very close together. So on the y-axis, you want to space it out to about the tens, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This makes a nice scale, easy to read for our graph. One thing to watch out for is that the scale reverts to the interval between tick marks on the graph, not just the labels you see. For example, when examining the scale of 5, the distance between the tick marks on the x-axis is 5, even though they're only labeled at the multiples of 10. Right? So this is still 5, even though it's not labeled. And the last step is to take that information you have and graph it. So here they've put the dots on here for each of those coordinates in the set. Lights out, party's over.